I'm ready to do this sourdough stuff. So let's do it.
Or plop it into the water all at once. I was like, I am so scared right now. I feel like something is like wrong.
Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. My name is Molly and I love to make cleaning motivation videos as well as inspirational homemaking videos to help you get motivated and inspired around your home as well. And today is my very first day. I'm documenting this. This is my first time ever making sourdough bread. My husband actually surprised me with a birthday gift and ordered me a 115-year-old sourdough starter that is originally from France. Now this is from a lady that lives in the United States, so I will have her shop linked down below for you in case you want to grab some yourself and decide that you want to get started with sourdough baking as well. So I will show you everything that I have here. I'm going to feed this sourdough starter for the first time ever, and I'm really hoping that I can make my very first loaf of bread, but like for dinner tomorrow night. So this is a Saturday, this is November 2nd, I'm filming this, and I'm hoping to have bread tomorrow night for dinner. So we're going to try it out and see what happens. All right, so my husband also got me a food scale, so that is cool, and it's pink. So that's a fun color. And here is the starter itself. It just arrived in the mail today with a little note on how to feed her and get her started. By the way, her name is Suzette. So I don't know if I'll keep that name, or I'm thinking about naming her Daisy because I just love daisies so much. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. And I also have a big mason jar here. This is what I'm going to use to feed her in the first time, but I also picked up a case of mason jars to have. It would be good to just have these on hand anyways, but I'm probably going to keep her in one of these in the fridge until I'm ready to bake with her, and then I will use the giant one. So I think that'll be good. Here is the organic bread flour that I picked up at the store. It is very expensive. So it was like over $8. So what I'm gonna do is, this is only for feeding. I am only gonna use this when I want to feed my sourdough starter and want to bake with it. So that'll just be for feeding. And then I went ahead and got some bread flour and got some more all-purpose flour. And I also picked up some whole wheat flour because I'm going to try, of course, the Farmhouse on Boone's recipe for sourdough bread. So that's gonna be my first one, and it does call for whole wheat. So I'm gonna try it out using that. But all right, let's feed this. But if I fall, I will get up again. Oh dear, I went way over that, didn't I? That's okay. Maybe we'll do 119 grams of the flour. I hope this is right. And now I need to mix it together. So I'm gonna get a spoon. But I get high, I get low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get out, I always do. All right, I fed it, and I feel like I'm already seeing bubbles forming, so that must be a good sign. It's gotta be a good sign. I'm hoping like mixing it with the spoon like I just did is okay. So I know that once it is bubbly, as everybody says, that is when it's ready to go. Like once it's doubled in size, then it's ready. So I'm going to make the artisan bread that is by Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. So I'm going to use her recipe. Yeah, I already mentioned that. Sorry, I'm saying it twice. So I have not filmed a video in quite a while since like my Vlogtober videos. I filmed all of those like before October and now it's November. So I haven't even filmed anything in like a month. And yet I still have like 3 videos that I haven't even finished yet. Oh, something else I want to show you that I got. I did pick up from Amazon 2 of these Banneton baskets for proofing. So I believe the recipe that I'm going to be making makes about two loaves. So that'll be nice. I'll have 2. And if the first one turns out kind of weird, maybe the second one, like a day or 2 later, will be a lot better. So, but I'm so excited to try this out. I've been very curious. Yes, I have been very excited to try out sourdough. It is something that has been on my mind for a long time now. I don't even know how long, maybe 2 years I've thought about it. I don't know. I've seen some other people, some of my friends here on YouTube making sourdough, and one of my favorite YouTubers, too, Allison, she makes sourdough like all the time. So I am super excited to see how this turns out. I probably said excited way too much now, but okay, we're going to cover this up and let it sit, and hopefully in about 4-ish hours. So it's 3 o'clock now. So hopefully around 7 o'clock we'll try it. We'll see where it's at by 7 o'clock, and hopefully it'll be ready for me to make my first dough. It does smell good. Oh, and you need to put this in a warm place. So I think over by my fridge seems to be a really warm place because I already have pizza dough rising over there. It's not sourdough because obviously this is my first sourdough ever. So, but I have been loving making pizza dough. So that's exciting. So now I kind of have a feel for what dough needs to feel like. So I feel like I'm ready. I'm ready to do this sourdough stuff. So let's do it.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room.
Good morning, guys. It is the next day. It is almost 8 a.m. and we had the time change last night. So daylight savings time just begun. So I'm so excited to go downstairs and see what my starter looks like. I hope it has doubled in size. So let's go check it out. Okay, hold on. Okay, it is so close. It's not quite there. Oh, it needs to be to this 400 mark to be fully doubled, but you can see all these bubbles. So it's still close, so it's still not ready for me to use yet. Oh, I gotta wait for it to double all the way. But it is so close because last night I saw that it reached this mark, which is what it needed. Well, that would be the halfway mark to doubling. So, because when I got it together, it was at this 200. So it needs to be at this 400. So that is so exciting though. Ooh. So it's been like 17 hours since I fed her. So it's taking way longer than I thought it was going to. So, but that's okay. I have a feeling that the first time doing it probably is going to take a lot longer. Plus, I remember, I think I mentioned that this starter in particular is a much slower rise. So I have heard that the timing is what you need to figure out once you get started, and then by the time you figure out the timing, then you'll know when you need to feed the starter in order to like have bread ready when you want it ready. So it looks like I might have to do this at least like 3 days in advance or something. I don't know, but I'm learning and it's exciting and it's fun and I cannot wait to make like a pretty loaf of bread. Okay, it is now 2:30 in the afternoon and it still has not really risen that much more since when I checked it this morning, but it is a rather large jar. So I'm wondering, like, I'm getting this feeling, this sense that it might be ready. It might be ready to use. There are tons of bubbles. It smells amazing. And I know that there's a float test that you can do. So put a little bit in some water and see if it floats. If it floats, then you know your starter is good to go and ready. So I'm gonna try that. Let's try it and see if we can start making some dough. Okay, some of it is floating and some of it is not, or it got stuck. It looks like a chicken in there. So some floats and some sank. Maybe it's not quite ready. Ooh, bubble. Okay, I don't think she's ready yet. So I'm gonna just leave her be and just keep watching. Okay, so after I let it sit for a few minutes, I tried it again. I found out that I was not doing the float test correctly. So I had to take a full spoonful of it and plop it into the water all at once. And to me, it looks like it floated. I mean, some of it's starting to sink now. I don't know, maybe we should try it. Because it floated as soon as I put it in here. Ooh, sorry. It floated as soon as I put it in here. Some of it has sank. I don't know.
I would do anything. I would do anything for you. You know you're everything. You know you're everything to me. Spitting shade in the cold is just my bad temper. What am I supposed to do when the flames going high with my bad patience? I hate it always falls on you. But you know it's not about our love fading. You know it's not about.
Oh my goodness, look at this. It is definitely doubled in size already. Sorry, this top of my fridge is a little dusty up here. But yeah, look at that. That has doubled. It is like ready, but I am not ready. So yeah, I'm not ready to bake with this yet because it is Sunday night and I need to go to bed because I have to work in the morning. So what I am thinking about doing, since I'm not ready, but it's obviously ready, what you can do is what I'm learning is you can discard some of it and refeed it. So I think that's what I'm gonna do in the morning. And then by the time I'm ready to actually make the dough in the evening, like after I'm done with work, then it should be raring to go again. So, cause this has been, let's see here, it's 10 o'clock, it's just after 10 o'clock and I got this together like right around 4, so it's been like 6 hours. So it took 6 hours to get to this point. So now it's like perfect. So this is so exciting. So it's working. And what I found out is when I redid it is I used room temperature water. I can't remember if I said that already in this video, but this second time around I used room temperature water and not cold water straight out of the fridge like I did yesterday. That was my big whoops, and I did not know that. So now I know room temperature water, that's what you need. All right, it's now Monday morning. It's almost 7 o'clock, and I'm checking the sourdough, and I definitely think it rose all the way and then it fell. So I think what I'm gonna do is discard some of it, refeed it. That way I can actually make my dough tonight after work. I really hope that works. Oh my gosh, guys, it's floating. I just, sorry about the light. Oh goodness. I just took some out. I think it's forming that skin over it because I didn't have as much coverage over the bowl. So, but it is floating. Oh my gosh, I think it's ready. But man, once again, here I am, like, it's 7:30 at night and I'm not ready to like actually bake with it. What do I do? What do I do?
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe.
Well, this is exciting. We are trying this bread recipe out, and again, this is the Farmhouse on Boone recipe, Lisa's recipe from Farmhouse on Boone. So I'm trying it out. I hope this works.
What if you're no good for me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I know you got me, it's so effortless. Back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, no, this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you?
That is an interesting feeling. Stove is very different than anything I've worked with. That definitely helps, dipping your fingers in the water. You need that 100%. You want to stick right up in there.
What if you're no good for me? What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me?
Alright, here is what it's looking like now after all of the stretch and folds. And I just did one extra one, and it is really late at night. I've got to go to bed. So I'm gonna let it sit and hopefully it doubles overnight.
What if you're no good for me?
Just as the sunrise starts to show, warming up the motorway. You know you felt this way before, but can't recall the time and day. Don't know if life is a small part of something greater. And when you get off this raging horse, sings to whatever. I let it go for all time's sake. I let you stay in my mind. When every minute bends and breaks, always a little bit behind. Don't know if life is a small part of something bigger. And when you get off this raging horse, seems to whatever.
One is definitely bigger than the other. I did not split them down evenly, but oh well.
Stick on you. burdock on your clothes. And the last thing I would like to ask before getting in the sea, did you ever love me? So the last goodbye is getting near, and the stream begins to bowl, and the memories will stick on you like a burdock on your clothes. And the last thing I would like to ask before getting in the sea, did you ever love me?
All right, let the baking begin. Dutch oven is in. All right, preheating. All right, now here comes the fun part, the part that I've been waiting for the most. And that is to score it and make a pretty design. Hopefully I can. I hope it's good enough to do that. So, okay guys, this kind of freaks me out. My Dutch oven, the color, has changed color. Like, oh man, I'm a little scared right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Giving up your dreams to your silly demons. We're diamonds in the dust, so why can't you see it? Keep getting under your thick skin, trying on not building a nest in your weaknesses. Swimming around in your bloodstream, can't make it stop. Oh, I just need to tell you that. Oh, don't let them get in your head.
Yeah, I did it. That was really scary. Okay guys, that was really scary. Look how the bread looks though. I took it out of the oven. So, this is what happened. So I started smelling this really weird smell. Like, it did not smell like a good smell at all. It didn't smell like bread baking in the oven. It smelled like something was burning, and it had this weird smell, almost, I don't know, like a weird burning meat or plasticky smell. So I called my husband. And I was like, I am so scared right now. I feel like something is like wrong. And so some of the parchment paper burned really bad. And I did read that this parchment paper can only withstand up to like 420 degrees. And this was at 500. But I took some of it off, and we're gonna pop it back in. It's at 475 for 25 minutes and see what happens with that.
Swimming around in your bloodstream, can't make it stop. Oh, I just need to tell you that. Oh, don't let them get in your head, so don't.
All right, here it is. It came out of the oven. And all that parchment paper is so browned. So I have got to figure out a different way to bake inside the Dutch oven. I'm thinking about using silicone mats. I see that you can do that. And I don't like how it's a little burnt on some of the top portions here. So, this is, we are at the end result here of my sourdough bread, my very first loaf that I have ever made. And although it's burnt a little bit, it still looks really pretty yet. And let's take it out of the pan, out of the cast iron Dutch oven, and see what it actually looks like all the way. So yeah, not too shabby, I would say. Not so bad at all. However, I don't like those dark spots. Oh well, that's my first loaf for you. So, but I think we're gonna try out the second loaf later. Yes, I think I'm gonna try out the second loaf a different day. I'm gonna order one of those silicone mat things or whatever they are and try to bake in the Dutch oven with that instead of parchment paper, because one, that'll save me a lot of money not having to buy so much parchment paper, and two, it will save me that burning smell as well, I think. So, because I did not smell the bread baking in the oven smell that you should smell when you are making bread. So that's kind of disappointing that that did not happen. So maybe that will help. I got air bubbles. Yay! Soft on the inside. Let's go ahead and taste test this first one. Now it did get burnt on the bottom, so I'm not gonna even eat the bottom, but it is so soft and squishy on the inside, and I'm so excited. Okay. Wow, this is really good. Oh my gosh, I made bread. I've actually never made any kind of bread before, like ever. I never tried to make sandwich loaf bread. My husband did a couple years back when we lived in Utah, but I have never tried. So this is my very first loaf of bread that I've ever made in my entire life. And oh wow, that's good. That is yummy, and I feel like I'm only gonna get better from here now that I have the first one under my belt here done. Oh. So good.